How much money did you, as Family Radio, raise as a result of this campaign, and do you intend to return it?
How much money has Family Radio raised for May 21?
Yes.
And will we return it?
I really don't know. I do know. You know, we have had two sources of income. We've had the gifts from our listeners, and we try to get as much mileage as we can, because they're not giving it really to Family Radio. They're really giving it because of their desire to propagate the gospel, as every believer is commanded to do. And we are simply emphasizing that we can do this more efficiently. We can get way more mileage out of a dollar with our TV with our radio stations and so on, the way we are doing it, than you ever could for yourself.
And do you intend to return that money now?
But the other source...
Sir, do you intend to return that money now?
I'm sorry?
Do you intend to return that money now?
Do you intend to return the money that
No, that money is still going out. We still are continuing in the business. We're not at the end. Why would we return it? We're not out of business. We've learned now that we still have to go another 5 months.
Will you return it in October? Do you intend to return the money in October?
Why would we return it? It's been given in order to get the gospel. People always come back to money. It was given to get the gospel out, and we're spending it as wisely as possible, and maybe by October 2021 we might only have $10 left.
Will you dissolve the company in October?
I'm sorry?
Will you dissolve the company in October?
Will we dissolve Family Radio in October 21?
If it's the end of the world, God is going to dissolve it. I'm not the CEO. Haven't you heard me say that again and again? I am not the CEO. I'm a servant of God working here, and God is the CEO. We look to Him all the time for guidance, and He is the one who opens doors. I can tell many stories of marvelous open doors that God has given, and I often think, who are we? Who am I? Who am I? I'm just an ordinary human being. I've had a little college education, but then I look at Family Radio, and we're broadcasting all over the world in 75 different languages, and how did all this happen? How does it happen? And we've got a 300,000 kilowatts AM station in a 300 kilowatt station in mainland in Taiwan, broadcasting to mainland China. The largest station in the United States, AM station, is 50 kilowatts. We have a 300 kilowatt that we broadcast on. We have a 600 kilowatt that we worked out in cooperation with the Taiwan broadcasting people that broadcasts to Indonesia and to the Philippines. How did all that happen? Who are we? We're nothing. We're nothing. But God opens the door here, and He provides an individual there when we need them, and from time to time, as we see an opportunity, because we are trying to magnify or make as much hay as we can with everything that we're doing, and if we see a possibility, say, of selling this station and buying this one and reach more people and come up with some cash in the meantime, well, we've done that from time to time, and that also goes into the hopper. It didn't come from the listeners at all. Not at all. None of it. But it's all going out for the same purpose, to get the gospel out. None of it. We wrote into our articles of incorporation when we first started that if we ever sold a station at a profit, no member of the board of directors, present or future, could ever get 5 cents for themselves. Not one of us has ever gained a chunk of money out of Family Radio. Every nickel has been spent as fairly as possible, as efficiently as possible. And all you have to do is look at the records of what's happening in the business world or the political world or the school world. I don't care where you look. And everybody's out look this way all the time. All they're looking at is greed, 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 greed. And you don't see that in family radio at all. We are, in fact, as president, if I ever saw anybody that was beginning to get a little greedy, I'll tell you, they were dealt with immediately, because we don't do that. We just don't do that. We're in the business of serving the Lord, not of garnering anything for ourselves.